Chandra Bahadur Dangi, the world's oldest shortest man. The grandfather from a Nepalese village was awarded 2 certificates. He was not only the world's shortest man, but also the lightest. At a height of 54.6 centimeters, he weighed only 12 kilograms. Dangi lived his entire life in his native village, and the world did not even know of his existence. Fame came to him at the age of 72. He never tried to understand why he was born that way. Dangi's amazing love for life helped him adapt to his conditions. Like all his fellow villagers, Chandra worked every day, herded sheep, and earned a living through weaving. At the insistence of his family, Bahadur Dangi himself approached the representatives of the Guinness Book of Records. They wanted the world to know about this man. He was very happy that his name had now entered history. He dreamt of traveling and wanted his native village to become popular and known to people. Unfortunately, in 2015, the grandfather fell ill with pneumonia and passed away. Junray Balawing, the smallest man in the world. The young man lives in a small village in the Philippines. He is only 55.8 centimeters tall. His family noticed early on that he was not growing anymore, and while close ones and doctors initially thought he was just short and skinny, later it was confirmed that he had dwarfism. There was a possibility to change something through some very complex operations, but Junray's family did not have the financial means. He is the oldest of 3 children, with the others developing normally. Balawing has health issues and can hardly move independently, often relying on a cane. When he stands for a long time, his legs begin to hurt severely. Balawing dreams of successfully marrying a beautiful girl and living happily. He resides with family members who are always there, caring for him and helping him with daily tasks. Konstantin Morozov, the shortest Russian man. A man 62 centimeters tall lived in Russia and suffered from a rare disease, chondrodystrophy, but he lived a fairly long life, until the age of 73. With this condition, his bones were not solid but resembled cartilage, which prevented him from moving independently due to the high risk of fractures. Friends and colleagues remembered him as a very courageous, kind person with a great sense of humor. He endured all the problems caused by his illness with stoicism, including fractures of his arms and legs, pains in his limbs and spine, difficulties with self-care. He was respected and loved at work. Konstantin received an education, found a job lecturing on history, took part in scientific projects, and earned a living on his own. Morozov was a shining example of a strong personality who showed that disability is not a reason to be disappointed in life or give up. Konstantin was happily married to a friend he met at a boarding school. Jyoti Amj, a popular and the smallest girl in the world. The little girl from India always dreamed of being popular, but she never thought that she would achieve it thanks to her extreme short stature. Jyoti made it into the Guinness Book of World Records, and the whole world heard about her, leading to her being invited to act in movies. The miniature Indian girl is simply happy, living with her family, studying, and loving to spend time pursuing her favorite activities, looking through fashion magazines and crafting jewelry. Jyoti has a lovely appearance, always smiling and enjoying life. Standing at just 62.8 centimeters tall, her parents have taken care to ensure her comfort within the walls of their home. Amj has her own utensils, cabinets for personal belongings, and a crib. Amj enjoys going for walks with her sister, sitting in a basket where she feels quite comfortable. She was born with a diagnosis of achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism which affects the skeleton, causing it to stop growing. The disease cannot be cured, but the Indian girl does not despair. She leads a happy and fulfilling life, known around the world. Despite her short stature, Jyoti has managed to pose for numerous print publications, give interviews about her life, and is invited to participate in television shows in Bollywood. Hajendra Thapa Magar, the smallest person in the world. He will remember his adulthood for life. It was on this day that he was presented with the Guinness World Records certificate. This event he has been waiting for since he was 14, was incredibly happy to receive such status, to become famous worldwide. At a height of 67.8 centimeters, Hajendra became one of the shortest and smallest people in the world. At birth, he weighed only 600 grams, now he weighs 5 kilograms. Tapa Magar does not consider himself a dwarf at all. He is confident in himself and dreams of making money through fame, buying a big nice house where he will settle his family. His short stature is not a hindrance to work. He goes to work every day, works in his father's shop, helps to sell fruits. His free time is also occupied. The guy actively dances, is a member of a dance group, goes to performances, concerts. Hajendra has a brother, who is completely normal in height, and his native Nepalese people still wonder why this happened to the older child. Nevertheless, Tapa Magar has made his mark in history, starred in a documentary about himself and other similarly miniature people like him. However, according to specialists' research, he tends to think in the manner of a 3-year-old child, due to a congenital disease. Bridget Jordan, active and petite woman. Short stature is not a problem for Bridget. She has long come to terms with it and is not at all upset. She leads an active lifestyle, studies well, dances, and is a member of a support group. Jordan has a brother who was also born with dwarfism, but he is taller than his sister. Bridget is 68.5 centimeters, Bradley is 97 centimeters. They are very close, they do everything together and try not to burden their parents with help. People around them are sure that the immense love for life and cheerfulness have made these tiny people strong. Together, they have entered the Guinness World Records as the world's smallest brother and sister. Bradley does not lag behind Bridget. He loves sports very much, practices gymnastics, karate, and even basketball. Hatice Kodzaman, a cheerful little woman. A young woman from Turkey stands out from others due to her uniquely small height. She is only 71 centimeters tall. Hatice weighs 6.8 kilograms and despite such small dimensions, she does not despair, strives to live a regular life, but there are difficulties. From early childhood, the Turk heard many taunts from others, which caused a lot of discomfort. As she grew up, she gradually stopped paying attention to the surprised looks and jokes about her diminutive size. In reality, being so small is not easy. For example, Hatice cannot get a job because she is too short, and she struggles to perform any household chores. Kodzaman was born a normal child, but after the age of 4, her growth stopped. Doctors conducted examinations and diagnosed her with dwarfism. The body simply stops producing growth hormone with such a problem. Abnormally small height has led to health problems. The young woman has back pain and hip dysplasia. Other than that, the Turk is no different from anyone else. She reads a lot, can boast erudition, and has a great love for life. She dreams of traveling the world and finding her love. Stacey Harold is the shortest female heroine. The story of the American woman amazed the whole world. A woman only 71 centimeters tall managed to give birth to 3 children. She was very lucky to meet a man who made her happy, cared for her and protected her. Despite the prohibitions and warnings of doctors, the family decided to have children. Unfortunately, 2 of the newborns inherited their mother's illness. In the house, Stacey's husband installed devices that allowed his wife to easily take care of the babies, move around, and have access to necessary things. The American woman often confessed in interviews that she was very happy, loved her husband and children very much. She met her husband in a supermarket, where the American woman worked. Her husband was 175 centimeters tall, but this did not prevent them from loving each other and creating a happy family. Of course, they were well aware of all the difficulties, but mutual support always gave them strength. Unfortunately, Stacey passed away in 2018 due to complications caused by her congenital illness. Her name remains in history. She is remembered as the smallest woman who managed to become a mother 3 times.